welcome back to Gold Squadron Podcast. My name is William Hegwood. Tonight I am joined by the one and only Duncan Howard.
Hello, everybody.
And we are going to be watching some Star Wars X-Wing The Miniatures Game 2nd Edition and some scenario play. This is Salvage Mission, and we are in the top 4 of the Richmond Open. We have Kyle Fuller on the left representing the Resistance, and Chuck Stocky on the right flying Scum and Villainy. We're going to talk a bit about the mission here, the salvage mission, but first, let me get out the Choose Your Champion. Go ahead and bet 1-all and bet 2-all. Oh, I didn't open it up because I didn't click the button. There she goes. Bet 1-all and or bet 2-all. Well, you can't and. Or bet 1-all or bet 2-all.
Bet half and half. Hedge your bets.
Yeah, that's just not how gambling works.
Every day.
To figure out or to make a decision on who you think has the advantage here. So let's first talk a bit about Salvage Mission. Now, Duncan, you just played in the top 4. Very lucky enough to convince the people running this event to let us watch both games. Very thankful of that.
This would have been a simultaneous game, so I just lost my top 4 matchup to the Rebel player, and now this is the other top 4 of the game, but we wanted y'all to get more games in, so we are going to be streaming the top 4 game now.
We very much appreciate it. But yeah, so Salvage Mission has the objectives as caches, which you can score via the tow action. Basically, when you can use your action at range 0 to 1 of a supply cache to claim it. So you'll put it on your pilot card. They have changed it. Previously, you were limited on your dial. You couldn't do advanced maneuvers while towing one of these objectives. Now they've changed it to where you cannot perform barrel roll actions, boost actions, cloak actions, slam actions, or gain cloak tokens. You also remove any cloak tokens you have when you pick it up. Something about Cad Bane cloaking and running away with a tow must have not been very fun for anybody in playtesting. So they have corrected that, which I think has actually been huge, because they were almost encouraging you not to turn back and fight your opponent when you picked up the tows before, because you couldn't K-turn.
And now it's hard to escape.
Exactly, yes. Now you can't just pick it up and boost and run, which I think is a fantastic change to this scenario.
Vader can actually kind of play this format, because he can just 4K with a crate if he needs.
Can 4K, so yeah, that.
And it's harder for ships to escape when they can't boost, barrel roll, or slam. The other day when Kyle picked up a crate with his Poe, he tried to slam, and he was like, I can't do that, so now he's just kind of stuck. Fastest he can go is 3 and 4.
Yeah, I mean, favoring these like slower ships who don't even normally do those reposition actions, right? Like Bosk, he has none of those actions. So a kind of balancing there between the extremely fast and defensive ships versus your more traditional ships. Speaking of these ships, let's take a look at Chuck Stocky's list. He is utilizing the Mandalorian Din Djarin in the ST-70?
Yes, ST-70 assault ship.
Wow. I'm learning. And has the ability to convert blanks to eyeballs if there's a bunch of people. Do they have to be looking at him?
2 people have to be looking at him. Range 1 to 2.
Him not looking at people, them looking at him.
Well, it's a front arc. I mean, if you're facing like Rey with her arcs to the side or something like that.
Sure.
That can affect it too.
So just like old T, who we'll talk about, it cares about who's looking at you, not who you're looking at. Anyways, has Crackshot and Fearless for those brutal front arc attacks. Utilizing L337 to not only have a defensive mod, but can get blue banks, which the ship doesn't even have once it loses its shields. The Child for some force and for theme, honestly.
You kind
of have to.
It's really good with Mandalorian ability.
Yeah. Then Contraband Cybernetics for that big O 5K or the Red Stop. And then the Razor Crest title, which is hidden, which I can only assume is false transponder codes.
It is not. We talked about it. It is
really?
overtuned modulators.
Overtuned, okay.
So overtuned, actually, if I can. So when Chuck and I were talking about this, hiding overtuned, if you overtuned and you have, a focus, but here he has the child, and you have the evade, you can tank 6 3-die focus shots and take less than 2 damage on average.
That makes a lot of sense to me,
because he's changing all those results to focuses, but you just spend those calculates from the overtuned modulators.
So what's the difference in hiding either one then?
You can hide false transponder. It's actually a choice at this point. He could hide false transponder because he might want to jam.
This is
it's a debate at least.
I thought you had to. So you do not actually have to put your hidden up to your aid in your tournament squad.
It's like a sideboard.
Okay.
You can pick anyone. You can pick Rig Cargo Sheet right now if you wanted.
Sure. Yeah, I guess.
Has to be non-limited though, so you can't pick like Cloaking Device and stuff like that.
Of course, and you can change that out per tournament round as well, right?
Yeah.
But you can see your opponent's list to then decide.
Yeah.
Interesting.
In addition, he already has Contraband. I believe it
cannot. So because you're always bringing Contraband.
Yeah, I
really
believe he cannot repeat Contraband though. I believe you can't run 2 at the same.
You
if
cannot.
I recall that.
Yeah, that's the Vizago rulings. Who it was funny that Vizago is in charge of all like illicit upgrades.
Yeah.
But anyways, a fantastic ship there. Limited maneuverability after losing the Jabonetics combination there. Has Bosk with the new upgrade Notorious. Bosk can split crits into 2 hits. If you attack Bosk, not only are you going to get strained from, well, if it ever loads. Get out of here then. Because this is... I got to change this list, but that's fine. Bosk actually has Zam.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was like, that's not the Bosk we discussed.
Because he put it in the wrong thing.
Yeah, I was about to say. So he has
his squad.
We discussed this a little while ago. So he has Zam Wessel, I believe Contraband Cybernetics, and Greedo and Forlom. So we discussed that even with Forlom going up. So me and Chuck were discussing this list this week because we had previously been running Bosk Mando and some other things. And we discussed that the Notorious Zam combo is really good.
Oh yeah,
they might have a little bit of overlap from target locking, re-rolling, and whatnot. But if you get if they attack you and you have the bonus attack hidden, when you're full charged, you get a re-roll on the bonus attack as well.
That's true. Yeah.
He has Forlom, who went up in points because of the new ion change being actually okay.
Yeah, you can ionize yourself now. It
will break the Zam target locks, unfortunately.
He's got Contraband Cybernetics on there.
He does.
Okay.
And Notorious. So I believe that's 22 loadout. That's what we.
Won't we, while I correct that, tell me about Old T.
Old Turok. So this was the change we had to make to the list. I was talking to him. I predicted that defenders were going to be a really big thing. Metas typically, when they're new, default to people running big, high initiative, high force, and high agility ships.
That's tracks with everything I've seen.
Yes, exactly. So I said, okay, you're going to want to run an ace with your 6-point ship left over. You're going to want to run probably Afterburners opens up the ability for the Fang to double reposition, which is pretty big, twice per game. You can Afterburners boost, barrel roll focus, or focus barrel roll, whatever their linked action is. And then Crack Shot just gives you a little bit of spike damage to get past.
Yeah, it's a brutal range one. Better than Advanced Proton Torpedo, right?
We actually did the math. Advanced Proton Torpedo with Focus Target Lock and Fearless Crack Shot is actually the exact same damage, down to the decimal point, if we can account for that. Crackshot does Crackshot does force token overexpenditure if they aren't looking at Turok, but Turok does strip those tokens.
True.
So stripping tokens was pretty good. I mean, we saw a lot of defenders here this weekend. And like I said, people typically default to that kind of stuff. Fewer force users in this tournament than I was expecting.
Republic not showing. People, I think, got spooked off of Republic because it had so many changes.
Yeah. I mean, it went from S tier, like S plus tier, if that's a thing, to A tier. And I think any kind of drop, people don't realize that like the faction's still very, very playable. That was my backup list if I didn't, just enjoy.
I put the Houndstooth on there. I don't know if he's flying the Houndstooth.
He's not flying the Houndstooth. There's no point. He could if he wanted to.
For fun, man. It's Bosk's ship.
Okay, so he did not Afterburners there. I'm sorry. He just did a focus boost into Zuri. He's going to strip her focus token, which is pretty good.
Let's see if that actually... Yeah. Well, so taking a look at the board state now, if we've talked about...
We're on turn 2, by the way.
Yes, thank you. Which means we're eligible to be picking up these crates. Looks like Ray picked up one at the bottom. Bosk and the Mandalorian picked up one at the top of the board. And Old T's coming in to give Zori that business.
Mm-hmm. Well, he already has the Fearless, range 1. He's going to strip our focus token, crack shot. It all depends on what
you
Poe
have 0
does.
agility, Zori. So
I mean, if he predicted properly and did a 1 straight with Poe, he still gets the proton torpedo there, which might hurt. It will hurt.
Yeah. Yep.
You know. Is he running clan training? Not crack shot? I see crack shot somewhere. I see crack shot there.
Shoot. I clicked the wrong 3.1. Crack shot.
Yeah, there we go.
No, don't randomize.
Technically. Randomize. That'd be a fun tournament. No.
Oh, please don't. Please don't. Well, that's Jank Tank.
There it is.
Jank Tank is going to be weird with the new loadout rules.
Mm-hmm. All right. Anyways, let's get back to the game. So it looks like
Poe did come in.
One benefit to Chuck's list here is that, like, I mean, who are you going to look at, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the Mandalorian, he gets defensive and offensive mods.
Mm-hmm.
You look at Old T, going to strip your tokens, and if you look at Bosk, not only is he able to get those Zam charges, but then if you shoot Bosk, can get free locks and strain you as well.
Yeah, and he's got the Notorious, and you got Bosk, and you got Fearless, and you got Old Turok, who you don't want to look at.
Yeah, pretty
But
good.
It looks like Chuck properly called the approach from Kyle here. It looks like he might be out of Arc of Ray. Very important. Poe moves up, takes a crate, and with a second action, he target locks, giving Zori a potential target lock, giving him perfect information.
Really wants that Bosk.
Well,
but
I don't think if he wants Bosk, I think he's getting information on Bosk.
Oh, well, just...
He's going to lose the focus.
Yeah, might as well just give it all. Just throw it away.
So it looks like he's going to go all in here on Turok.
Yep.
Turok might take a couple damage here.
Looks
I think
like
those are both range 1, though.
Should have gotten out of Ray's arc as well.
Yeah, so I mean, he's taking 7 dice there, but he's got Concordia maybe for both. Poe looks range 1 to me.
It'll be
and
close.
He's got a focus.
Hopefully it's range 1 for Old T anyways.
And he has perfect information, too, with Old T as well. So if he doesn't spend that focus on defense, unlikely. But if he doesn't...
Yeah, now these players did get to observe the other top 4 game where the winner did prioritize the caches, so it could be why Poe wants to pick it up right now.
Okay, this is the range 1 from Poe. Rolls a crit. Old T is not holding a crate. Spends target lock. He just wants damage here. Oof. One hit and Concordia saves him right there.
Yep, Concordia.
So,
Old T.
So Old T didn't have to spend anything and just free evade. I'll take that.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then
it's hard to imagine if you're not familiar with the Fangs that he's just sitting there with 2 evade tokens.
Yeah. And here, Zori's wartime loadout only works on torpedoes, so he can still roll evades here. Spends the target lock and free auto evade here. So
wow.
Concordia, yeah.
That super aggressive play from Chuck, slamming Old T down the resistance throats. And now is almost guaranteed to put in 3 or 4 damage onto Zori.
I think you go on Poe here. You want to kill the I-6 when you have a shot at it, right?
If you do, yeah, because you got the crack shot
with Poe next, or with Bosk next turn, potentially.
Yeah, I think he is going to go for Poe.
Unless Chuck has the information as to whether Bosk is in range of Zori, you could do a lot of damage to Zori as well.
True.
It looked real close. But you have the crack shot, you have the focus, you have Fearless on Poe. And
yeah, so Fearless.
So Ray didn't have a shot, obviously, here, so he gets the full 4, it looks like. Yeah, full 4 hits. 2 evades. Crack shot 1, please.
No, he's rolling that.
Oh, heroic.
And crack shot.
Probably. He spends the crack shot.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
So 4 on Poe already. I mean, there's no half points in this scenario, but having Poe turn 1.
That is huge because that is the I-6 threat that Chuck really doesn't have a solution for.
Someone's saying Poe grabbing the box is a weird play. If Poe had grabbed the focus, Turok could have stripped it. I mean, yeah, he can only strip one ship, but
you strip Poe's.
It's a free point. You strip Poe's focus, but it's a free point.
You definitely strip Poe's focus, so you might as well not even pick.
Yeah.
Like, you might as well not even taking the token.
Yeah. It would have affected, in hindsight, it would have affected potentially Chuck spending the focus, but like Kazori would have spent the focus on offense. But I think, gathering a point, I don't think Kyle expected a swing like that on this turn.
No. No, his locks failed him. Did not. Well, they didn't help him out.
They didn't help him out, yeah. And Concordia really pays off there. It's such a good ability.
Yeah, Fangs can feel indestructible until, like, you eat a range 2 shot. And so it's like, some generic X-Wing, it's like, here's 3 hits, I guess.
Yeah, but with ship count, on average, looking to go down. Like I said, this is not a very big data point, but it's something. It
is a data point, yeah.
Showing that ship count might be just going down.
I think, yeah, because we have seen like 4.5, 5, right? Or 4.5. 5.5 or 6 being about the average for lists prior. Now I think it's
3 to 4, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is where we were kind of
3.75, something like that. I would probably say solid 4, because I think people are still going to be nervous about running 3 ship lists.
They're doing very well here. I mean,
these are 2 3-ship lists.
And I had a 3-ship list as well. You know?
Yeah, that's true. So 3 out of 4 of the TAF cut is 3-ship lists.
Yeah. Like I said, not a very big data point in this tournament, but it's something. You know, and I mean, the metas are tended to be affected by previous tournaments, right?
Sure.
Why you can build on people's shoulders instead of constructing from your own, right? Like, people can take these lists and probably find a better optimization for it or run it themselves, and that just influences the meta too.
So I believe it should be 2-2, but Poe didn't lose that crate.
No, he did not roll a crit. Ray has a crate. Mando, Bosk, and Poe all have crates. Yep. So Zori and Turok do not.
So tied up.
That middle one still up for grabs.
The more and more the middle one's risky turn 2.
Yeah, scary.
Because, your opponent can put all of their ships looking at the middle objective round 2. It's not that hard.
Well, if Mando didn't have a crate already, I think Mando's probably the ship here that could take it. You know, with his ability to just pop overtuned, run in there, pick up that crate. You have the child.
We're going to talk about the resistance here, but I got to look at.
That's why he's running L3, because he has no bank white or no bank blues.
Yeah, the no bank blues, you kind of had to bring L3 now that you're not bringing Jabonetics. And I was just double checking what their hard turns was.
I think he can cut the 2 hard. It's close.
Sure. Anyway, so we've talked a lot about Poe here. We did talk. This is trigger happy Poe. So can every round spin discharge, take a second action, treating it as red. Has heroic, which we saw on defense there. Didn't help him out, but it did make OT spin their crack shot. R4, pretty much necessary because you're doing so many red actions. Fair Sphere Paint, which I think is making a resurgence as loadout's going up, and it is in the same kind of, it's basically cheaper than pattern and optics, right? But defensive tech, if someone wants to target lock you, if they're not in...
It's going to be really good against Zam here.
Oh, yeah. The free locks. It's not even target lock actions.
Yeah, it's really good against tracers, too.
Oh, super good against tracers.
But also, Chuck could just elect not to take a target lock. It is a May ability. But if he wants to, he's going to take a stress.
Yeah, proton torpedoes, the failsafe because you got the loadout. The Poverdrive thrusters, also pretty standard on this Poe. And black one for free, and basically just all the free upgrades. Because
so I don't think this list, if I recall, because me and Kyle have run this list again, back and forth. I was practicing it for a little while ago. I think it's like LVO and whatnot.
Sure.
And then after that, for Adepticon, I don't think it lost any loadout, but a lot of upgrades on it ended up getting more expensive. So you essentially lost some loadout. Poe used to be able to run like he has R4. He used to be able to run afterburners and outmaneuver and all the big things. Yeah, the outmaneuver proton double modded torpedo. Really,
it turns out afterburners and afterburners in combination with outmaneuver was crazy strong.
Yes.
So.
And Zori was able to get like a turret and some other stuff.
Yeah,
on her.
This is what I've realized. So you got Zori can take an action when someone takes an action around there. Has the free belly run, takes red actions. That free action she does is red. So the mandatory R4. Wartime, which went up 6 points, and shared loadout only went up 4, so actually lost a little bit of loadout there, which was that turret you were talking about, but still was able to bring proton torpedoes. I struggle to believe in ships who could take a turret and just choose not to, but you can't really drop anything else. What, are you going to drop your R4?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, the R4 is really good because the action right there is red. It clears up your 2 R's.
Which you're going to need if you're shooting.
And here's Ray with Heroic. I was
Heroic
so long
Ray, so
to convince
good.
some people on that. I was like, guys, the math, it's really cool.
You add the blank from Finn, which is the next set. Well, first off, Ray, 2 force, and can be Darth Vader defender if she's attacking somebody or defending against somebody in her front arc, which means you can spend your force to change that result on offense or defense. Has Heroic because of the because a Finn can add a blank result. So if you rolled a blank on your 1 agility, you could add a blank and then re-roll both of them because of the very specific timing of Heroic. Has Rose to gain some target locks, and then what else is on this thing?
Dead Man Switch.
Dead Man Switch, huh? Okay.
There's 2 points you don't know what to do with. I was trying
Whatever.
Patience. Dead Man Switch is a good option.
Yeah, Patience not
And
worth
then Engine
it.
Upgrade, obviously good, and Raise Millennium Falcon for free.
Yeah, Engine Upgrade went down to 3 points, so all the large base Falcons are really eyeballing that quite a bit. And yeah, you have to take the Raise Millennium Falcon. That's her ship.
Alrighty, so it looks like Taraxis does a 2 hardened focuses.
Is that a 3?
Yeah, I guess. Doesn't really care about stress, I guess.
Well, whatever. What are you
2
doing?
hard would have cut it, but I don't know.
What do you really need to do this round? Oh, you might have popped contraband.
Oh, we did. Yeah, looks like he did. Let's see, he's target locking.
Oh, well, those. Oh, yeah, sorry. That's okay. We're not looking at cards anymore, Flame Beast. But we did see Old T cut hard 2 to the left to try to bail out for a turn or 2 here. As all of these ships are going to be engaging Bosk in the center of the board.
Oh, yeah, I doubt Ray's doing this loop to the right to catch Turok. I mean,
Not worth it, right?
Yeah, because Turok could have easily bailed out the other way, too.
Yeah, or just gone straight.
Or straight, yeah. I mean, well, the 3 straight would have bumped. That's the best blue they have. He would have bumped into Poe.
Well, Poe is range 1.
Yeah.
It's 2.5.
I think it would have bumped.
Okay.
He 2-banked the other way is what I was thinking behind.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I mean, so he would have been here, and he could have come around this turn, but now he's going to be able to come from behind.
Yeah,
Ray is a front back
behind
shot,
Ray.
but her back shots are a whole lot less terrifying.
Exactly right. Thank you, 810 Air Knight, for posting those.
Oh, Bosk contraband stopped and reinforced. He did. There's a big old stress behind him.
Yeah.
I would have done the 3 hard into the middle of everything and reinforced anyway.
Well, you need to get as many shots as possible with the Bosk. And so if you come in hard, they're giving these ships a chance to get behind you. Zori does have that huge 5K, if I'm not mistaken.
True, and she can't. No, she could do it next turn. No,
Well, if she doesn't end up being stressed, she could, right?
which is unlikely the way I've seen Kyle play this list. Because it looks like Poe's probably going to come in. They're going to try to fire a bunch of double-modded torps. Bosk is 100% going to drop his crate. There's no way he doesn't take a crit here if Kyle remembers Greedo and he fires proton torpedoes. So Bosk just got a free point. Mando's coming in. Mando has a pretty good shot here on somebody. I don't know who he was able to get a target lock on. So she focuses, causing Zori to focus. I guess Zori had already target locked. So using Zori ability, and Poe can do whatever he wants here. The old 2-bank.
Man, is he going to bump doing that?
No.
I hope his spacing is right.
I think his spacing is right. Double 2-banks are.
It's pretty close.
Yeah, but now he's got Mandalorian sitting right there. Unfortunately, the build we had on Mandalorian had outmaneuver. And,
I'm sure it did.
Yeah. The outmaneuver Fearless was fun. It was look at me, don't look at me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Like you're damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Flame Beast pointing out that Mandalorian probably locked Poe as he's already hurt. So
yeah, I didn't know if he was in range for that. It looked like it was very close. looking very closely.
You got a million tokens out here on Poe.
And it looks like Poe and Zori both have the Merciless Pursuit assigned to them. We didn't acknowledge that earlier, so they'll get free target locks if they shoot at Mando. But this is Kyle's Proton Torpedo from Poe. Sorry. Spends target lock. I think I see a hit and a focus and 2 blanks.
Yeah, I think if I extend this out, we start getting those
Neat.
shadows. Oh no! Oh, I can go all the way up here, all the way up to there. Nice. Oh no, Chris. That ain't right. Okay, well, let's take that away for now. Out of range? Come on, dice box.
Do you want me to go over and figure something out? I don't know what I can do. Or I can comment while you figure it out. Cause
you let me. Okay. You let them know what's going on. I have to figure out what happened there.
Okay. You want me to go over there?
No.
Oh. Okay, so it looks like, from what I saw, the target lock was spent from Poe, but not the focus. He rerolled, got 2 hits and a crit on Bosk. Shooting the crate off, which is Kyle probably told him to put it all the way back there, which means it will no longer be relevant. Revealing Zam condition. Poe is keeping the focus, so he might not die, which is probably correct. There's going to be 2 more shots going into Bosk here, who took 2 shields on that because of reinforce. And we'll see what happens. Probably going to take a lot more damage here from... I wonder if he forgot Greedo. I didn't see 2 crits, but it doesn't matter because he has shields. And then he has to determine whether he wants to shoot Zori or Rey next. I'm surprised he didn't boost with Turok here. Now that I think back on it, it would have been easier to come back around. Either way, it looks like the Zam condition is, don't remember the names of them, but it looks like the one he got a target lock on Poe. 80% sure on that.
No way that's working. It came back?
No. I was giving you a thumbs up because I was like, I didn't know if you fixed it. I'm supposed to look here and give you a thumbs up if it works?
Yeah.
My bad. Unplug and plug everything back in. Oh, I see a thing that says no signal. That's different. Unsupported signal. Hey, we're back. We have the dice cam back, everybody, and the professional commentators here. I will.
Classic. Turn it on. Or turn it off, turn it back on again.
The way to solve anything.
Start there. Except for people.
Don't get Oh, he rolled a crit into Poe, which means Poe will drop his crate.
Ooh.
I don't think he has bullseye lined up on Poe. It looks like it just barely misses off the back corner.
What's the bullseye do? Oh, the crack shot.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Nope,
he's checking it. He wants
miss.
it. So, does find a crit onto Poe then?
Yes. Why does he have 2 stress in the Mandalorian? Contrabanded. He didn't do the barrel roll of 8. Because the target lock's not red.
Direct.
Oh no! If only crack shot existed. Well, actually, it would have been a different crit, but still, drops the crate somewhere.
Yeah. Here's a pro tip. If you are jettisoning crates for your opponent, always put it behind them. Unless you have a way to pick it up immediately.
No. I honestly think, I wouldn't say that's true 100% of the time. You can drop it in front of them to bait another ship to pick it up. I've done that before. They don't have a defensive action anymore.
That's true. You can using it like bait.
Yeah. Will's trying to fix the dice cam again. All right, here comes a ray shot, which will be reinforced.
I'm turning off.
He's rolling some amount of hits we are unsure of. We can just tell based on the damage. He's spending a blank for a target lock. Evade, reinforce, take minimal damage. Rolling on the table, got it. Looks like we are coming back online on the dice cam, maybe? It's black again. Oh, no. They're rolling on the table. So I see hit, crit, focus, spending target lock for another focus, spend focus, and probably proton torpedo, another one to a crit. Or Greedo, another one to a crit, if you remember Greedo. There it is. Proton, Greedo, rolled natural crit. 3 crits and a hit into Bosk. He's rolling blank, reinforce, take 3 crits. But is using a lot of munitions into Bosk, who's also very tanky, and is still alive for the return shot, which will likely kill Poe here. Poe and Bosk being worth the same, but also when you get rid of your opponent's I6 ace, feels pretty good for a list that doesn't have any 6s in it. Mando and Turok shouldn't have the hardest time fighting Zori and Rey. Still be hard because Rey hits real hard. Okay, do not know what the crits are. We can go check what the crits are. We are working again, sorry. You want me to go check what the crits are?
I'll tell them that it's back working.
Okay. Alright, looks like Zam is full on charges after getting shot 3 times, and he has his choice of who he wanted to take a target lock on. Likely Poe. And did he strain Poe with Notorious is the question. I can't see that close on the table. Or did he even remember that he had Notorious? Triggers are good. There we go. 2, spends target lock or Notorious, we don't know. Changes 1 to a crit. Poe dodges it, so Poe lives another turn. That's big. Bosk failed to roll 3 hits, and Poe dodged it, so Poe is still alive.
Poe lives! For now.
So that's actually big because Chuck forgot to use Notorious on all 3 of those shots. So it would have actually affected the... would have actually affected how much defense dice Poe rolled.
Yeah, because Poe shot at Bosk, right?
All of them shot at Bosk, so he would have had his choice on who to Notorious. There's a lot of triggers on this list. That's a big thing about the about that one.
Bosk down to 5, is that what I heard?
I did not personally see, so I doubt he lives through the next turn, unless he jams himself in there.
Yeah. So now I am kind of in on what you were saying of just like the hard 3 to make him shoot range 1 attacks. I mean, you favor Rey in that, right? She's got a better range 1 than long range, but the other 2 are basically the same.
Yeah, but she needs 1 turn of setup, typically. I mean, not always, but sometimes.
Right.
And
to get the focus lock.
Now, since Bosk is stressed and already popped Contraband, he has to do the 3 harder 1 bank, which opens up the 3 sloop behind Poe, which also deters Turok from coming fully in, stuff like that. I don't know. We were talking, or I was talking. I don't know why he didn't boost with Turok here to, give him another 45 degree on coming in and whatnot. I don't think there was a way he could have gotten caught by either Poe or Zori. Like I said, the 3 sloop towards this gas cloud with the ray would have caught Turok. But if you're focused at range 3, not the worst thing to tank in the world.
He still has room to hard 2 boost.
True.
Be about the same position. But we'll have to be stressed then.
Yeah. Do you ever find out why Mando has 2 stress?
Let me look at these upgrade cards again.
I mean, contraband and then 3-hearted. But are any of his...
Then white lock then, right?
Yeah, I think it's a white lock, right?
I mean, I hope so. Yeah, it's white lock.
I doubt he would have barrel rolled.
Maybe he...
Because the title gives evade barrel roll, and he didn't do that. He target locked.
Hard to say. Chris is watching those guys like a hawk.
Yeah.
So I assume that...
I could go over and check if you would like, and I can also
fine.
check on the whole status of Bosk.
I'm sure it's fine. Bosk ain't gonna live very long for us to care about those crates.
he's gonna die by like 10 extra damage. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 3 hard also would have stopped.
Ferrosphere paint. It's not his upgrade. It's Poe's upgrade.
Oh yeah, he chose not to break the lock. Oh, there we go.
There we go. Flame Beast coming in.
We talked about it earlier. Anyway.
We did talk about it earlier.
So what's weird is, so Bosk should have more stress if he got Zam target locks on Poe and didn't Notorious, because he still re-rolled, not with Notorious, or Poe rolled too many dice. So I don't know what happened there.
I mean,
either Bosk should have another stress, or Poe should have been strained and rolled fewer defense dice.
Something like that. And Notorious is like so good. It's
We're not
hard
allowed to intervene at this point, I assume.
I mean, Chris is standing right there, so I trust him.
He's on his phone.
He's
Some judge.
He's making memes about it already.
Probably. All right. So anyway, Bosk probably does like a 1 bank here and reinforces, and hopefully he lives.
Just tries to drive as much
or
fire
if he
as
does
possible.
the 3 hard, he can force some bumps.
Well,
Ray probably 3 sloops to the right, and Zori's probably not going to get baited by that. She might just do a 2 hard to the left.
I would have to imagine Poe's pulling out then too, because
he's a 1. But like, how is he going to pull out like black 1?
Just like hard 2.
Well, if you hard 2 and then hard 2 slam, you probably could dodge the Mandalorian.
I don't really think about dodging him. I mean, like pull out of attacking Bosk, because Zam should be fully triggered or charged now.
He gets bonus attack, so he's going to get it to attack.
He will attack as long as that's what I'm saying.
And if Ray, remember Notorious, that's pretty good too.
If Ray sloops
and attacks first,
yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Kills
you just not pull Poe out of the fight, but make it so he's shooting the Mandalorian and not Bosk.
Yeah, I still think that 2 hard from Chuck would have cleared, which would have done multiple things. Required not the use of contraband. He would have had the bullseye to not trigger Ferrosphere paint, so he wouldn't have been stressed regardless, and he would have had crack shot to kill Poe there. But that, I mean, it's a game of that close. If he hits the rock, if he hit that cloud, that would have been bad.
Devastating, right?
I mean, that's 2 damage you don't do to Poe. But I mean, that's X-Wing for you. I mean, I missed my Vader shot by less than a centimeter.
That's
which would have dropped a crate, and Thane got 4 or 5 points on crates in my game.
So definitely asked before they played on stream, like, is this mat any different sizes than the other ones? And I was like, I don't know, man. Like, they're all different. This is a game of positioning in millimeters, so yeah, you need to understand a lot about that. And we should be going into turn 4. Got 3 to 3. Because each team dropped a crate since the last time they scored, I assume.
Yep, Poe and Bosk got him shot off. Ray still has hers. Mando still has his.
Makes sense.
There's the 3 hard we talked about. Probably forces a Zori bump at least, and maybe a Poe bump if you can bait it. But I doubt Poe is going to.
Yeah, he does have just a stack of stress back there from that Ferrosphere.
Okay. So we were correct in what our assumption was. It's kind of hard to see behind ships this big.
True. I know. Bosk looks
hilariously small next to a gauntlet.
Yeah, Bosk next to Maul is really funny to me.
That was the original list I was trying, because I was trying Maul, Bosk, and something else, like whatever it was in the old one, and it's 2 huge ships. It's taking up 90% of the table. and then you have the wings up as the intimidation.
Yeah, intimidation strat.
Reminds me of those spiders that whip up their legs.
I have not in person, but I have played against Rook and Maul in the same list. And yeah, it's just huge wings everywhere.
Let's see. So that's how many points now? Before it was 15. You could put something big in there too.
I think it was Q9 was the.
Oh my God.
Or no, it was another I4. So I forget what it was now, but something like that.
Another Teltravera.
No, it was Mandaru maybe. Oh no, I don't know.
The Talon roll instead of the 2-hard boost.
Thinks he can maybe guarantee a shot and then 2 bank out of here.
The 1 bank, yeah. If Poe does clear the 2-hard and then 2-hard slams again with black 1, he gets out of all the arcs and lives to fight another day.
That's true.
Better than dying.
Normally.
As we discussed earlier, only the straight maneuvers on the SD70 are blue, so the bank does not clear any stress.
Yep, not until he shields down.
Is it shields down? When you
for L through 3-7, you have to be shields down.
It's not just the other side making it. You have to be shields down and flipped.
Shields down. Which, if you got shot at to flip the card, you might be close to shields down.
I mean, with this Mando build, though, he's banking on not taking a lot of damage. There's the sloop we talked about.
Yeah, so the hard 3 might put Rey in the arc. Okay, that's super close. Of whether that will give Bosk the Zam shot or not. What are the other top 4 lists? It was Vader, Vermeil, and Grand versus 3 Proton Torpedo X-Wings, Wedge, Thane, and Luke, plus Arvol.
That was the game we played previously. I was the Empire player playing versus Bradley, the Rebel player. We also played Salvage Mission.
Yeah. Turns out high initiative Torps. Pretty good.
Even single modded. I mean, the expected damage is pretty high. And it makes you drop rates.
You're close to what, like 3.5 at that point?
Something like that.
No. You're still looking at 3.
No, except for Luke.
Okay.
And trick shot. You have to think about that too if you get that.
Jeez. Don't get me started on these trick shot.
And Luke had shattering, so there's a lot of damage potential there.
Yeah, it's making me reconsider afterburners on Luke.
I think it's fine. Again, people discuss how Luke went down a point, but the fact that all the upgrades he wanted. Oh no, Poe. Dun, dun, dun.
Ooh, he's gonna bump. Might not have the shot on the Mandalorian.
Poe here, do you elect not to shoot Bosk here because he can still retaliate range 0?
Yeah, you just don't shoot.
And the Mandalorian.
Though you would. Oh yeah, because you can still roll 3 dice range.
Depending on how Poe's and Zori's arc and Rey's arc, it's kind of hard to tell with the angle we have. Mandalorian's ability might be active here as well.
I got you, bro. Bro Dameron. What an amazing name. I gotcha. Was Arbor valuable in that match? Yeah, basically won it
for 4 turns.
Yeah, basically won it.
And he killed my Vermeil.
There you go. So that's all you need.
He did half the damage to Vermeil. The Proton Torpedo did the other half.
Yeah, so 2 shots to take down the Vermeil?
No, 2 turns, 3 shots. Proton Torpedo did half, and then Arvol triggered a fuel leak, which did 2 more damage.
Oh, Arvol did the front arc shot, then the rear arc shot. Yeah. That's right.
We're checking to see if Poe has Mandalorian, because I think he's having the same thought we are. Do I even shoot Bosk right now? Because we know, you can almost for certain guess that what the condition is.
Bosk who might die plus fully charged Zam. Yeah, it's double shot for sure.
Yeah, another option we were discussing on Bosk was Maul Crew, which is a pretty good upgrade for having passive mods. Maul and Notorious gives you a reroll and a force, or you can just always reinforce.
That's true.
Or take target locks with no problem. But Zam is pretty good.
It's the bonus attack of Zam that makes Bosk really shine, in my opinion.
This is Poe into Bosk.
Can't modify it even with that Greedo.
Yep. So doesn't roll anything. Hit crit.
Yeah, Bosk has a bunch of crits on him, but
he's on fire. But he's there to trade up in points.
Is he better than Hobby? At 3 points, probably.
Yeah, Hobby went up to 3 from 2, so there's a lot of good 3-point options in Rebels right now. Kraken being one you discussed.
Yeah, Z95s, TIE Fighters, A-Wings.
I mean, Ezra with K2SO is a really good support ship.
Yeah, sure
Just
is.
pick up a crate and just sit there. Evade Force the whole game.
Yeah, Evade Force turns out pretty good at 3 points.
Calculates. You could give a calculate to yourself.
Yeah, right.
And you're stressed. No, you're stressed for your ability.
Oh, yeah, if you just want to. Well, I like the Evade.
Yeah. I know, the evade's better, but you could do it if you wanted.
Yeah, it's why calculate?
Yeah, and jam if you want. The TIE Fighter that can jam
yeah,
people.
that's right. The jam action. Tommy was talking about that in his winning list in the St. Louis tournament last weekend about how Ezra jam was really catching people off guard.
Yeah,
because you could jam a ship and then block it, and it won't take the red focus.
That was a consideration for my my Imperial list was running instead on Vermeil instead of running Palpatine and some upgrades. You run Seventh Sister and the Child, so you have 3 Force on Vermeil.
Jeez.
And when they bump you on the red focus, you jam them or tractor them off of you. You jam that red focus right off, and you have a Juke Defender coming in.
Gross.
It is pretty gross.
All right, so Chuck was showing off
Zam, a bonus attack before Bosk eats it.
Yeah, he's showing off the damage. They were all crits. They were all bad.
There's a lot of them. How was he rolling 4 dice, though? Oh, did Bosk not die and this is Mando's shot? He's using... I'm very confused as to what's happening.
Well, if Bosk didn't die, you save it for...
Why would you
No, yeah, you wouldn't save it, would you?
So that's... He's spending a Force into Poe, guarantees his death.
Yep, just guarantees the kill.
Heroic.
Chuck's got a plan, okay? He doesn't need that Bosk attack.
I mean,
to
Chuck's
kill
in the
Poe.
top 4. Yeah, he's got a plan. Okay, so doing some things, spends the focus.
Just having
There's
fun
3
out
hits,
there.
though, so, I mean, doesn't Poe die?
Yeah, Poe's dead.
Okay, all right. I know we had a direct hit earlier, so.
You know, you have fun, rolling and modifying your dice.
I have fun rolling dice. Why do you think I fly 3 agility ships? It's fun rolling dice.
It is fun rolling dice. All right, so...
Weird thing about this Talon roll, I'm sorry, just real quick, is that I don't think you can cut the 2 bank.
Well, gonna have to hard 2, then boost back in. So that is hit crit going into Zori, who evades 1, and will take a damage then. We see Poe destroyed and Zori taking 1.
Okay. So you're trading Bosk for Poe, which I was discussing as you were cleaning up. It's pretty good. They're both 7 points. They both scored the same amount of objective points. However, trading your I-4 tank for the only I-6 on the table when you have I-5s left, pretty good.
Yeah,
right? I'm a lot more scared of facing Rey Poe than I am facing Rey Zori or Zori Poe. Any combination of having Poe left on the table for Chuck right now seems scarier than anything. So he got rid of Poe, scoring 7 objective points. It goes 10-3 if you want. We'll calculate at the end of the turn, but
it does it for me.
How does it do it for you?
Because it knows.
Fancy technology.
Magic.
My boomer self over here. It's like, whoa.
Yeah, it knows when I've destroyed a ship that it doesn't have. Like once it goes transparent, it'll.
Does it do half points and chance for you?
Yes, because I can choose the scenario.
Man.
I know. Big shout out to the makers of TTT, or else we'd be doing old school like H's and S's, I'm sure.
I remember when people used to put all the tick marks for each individual hull and shield up there. And then things got so much hull, like ghosts and decimators just across half the screen.
Jeez. All right, so this was a 5 dice Rey attack here into Bosk.
Probably going to kill him here if I'm counting in my head,
pretty sure he got a direct hit and has a fuel. He has a hull breach at some point because all of these cards are becoming face up.
Yeah. Poe does not have a rated.
I'm pretty sure that's why Kyle is not even bothering to Greedo because he's got a hull breach anyways.
Yeah.
That'll probably take Bosk out. He's still drawing cards, so I assume he's dead. Never a good sign when they go back to the damage deck to draw more cards.
Are we going to have to shuffle the damage deck back in on this game?
I don't know. All right, so big range check here, or arc
Is this
check.
for the return shot, huh?
Yeah.
This is maybe why Chuck didn't...
He was hoping it was an arc.
was it?
Well, we'll find out.
X-Wing is a game of inches.
Millimeters.
Millimeters, too. I thought the football quote was it's a game of inches, but
Yeah.
game of millimeters, for sure.
Well, if we played on a 300-yard mat, it would be a game of
12 turns. Just engage on the 50-yard line.
I would. All right, so both those ships go down. We're just like
All right.
straight up driving cars around as our ships. It'd be amazing.
Wow, that'd be awesome. Alrighty. I still
All
don't know
right,
this game.
that's a decent trade, though Mandalorian is double stressed right now for the time being.
This does a one straight next turn, probably.
Zori used up only one torp so far.
And she can reload.
Yeah, white reload too, so valuable. The difference between red and white reload is huge.
He has the R4, though, so it's not the biggest deal in the
I
world.
guess that's true. But you could get multiple actions, though. You can reload that's white, and then Rey can move and give you a boost.
Yeah, so I think here, I don't know what the Mandalorian does. I would assume just a one straight clear stress. He's got Force as a modifier, so he's great.
Yeah, one straight.
And
You're fine.
Rey probably one banks at that Turok, knowing he's going to do a too hard to the right and left boost. Hopefully, man, that's just so risky. I don't know why I did that Talon roll.
He wanted the shot on Poe, I assume. The hard two, and then the
he got
boost
the shot on
wouldn't.
Zori. I think Mandalorian, you could have known he would have killed Poe.
Well, Mandalorian blanks out, right? Or if Mandalorian
Well, he had the
blanks
ability
out.
active and the Force, so that's one free hit.
Oh.
And range one. Statistically,
No,
you get...
I don't know if everybody was looking at Mandalorian.
No, he had the ability. He used it.
Oh, okay.
Statistically,
Good.
you roll 2 hits, a focus, and a blank.
You need a scenario point for each side.
Oh, yes, thank you.
Statistically, you're going to kill Poe. You're going to get at least 3 hits, and Poe rolls 2 of 8 dice, and he was at 1. So I would have banked on the Mandalorian killing Poe if he was an arc, and I would have brought Turok in here, because Rey is going to be the one to kill Bosk, and she's not going to shoot at Turok at range 3. So that's a free turn.
True.
And it lets Turok get to range 1 easier this turn. Rey with a 1 straight or 1 bank. That's real close. It might be range 2.
Yeah, I mean, so who do you think Kyle is going to save for the end here? Do you turn in on the Mandalorian, or do you focus
Mandalorian
your
alone
efforts?
versus Rey wins that one, because you won't have Mandalorian ability active ever.
Ooh,
However,
true.
there's
I
no
never thought
merciless
about
pursuit on Rey. So she doesn't get free target locks.
No. Well, she's got Rose.
She
so.
has Rose, but you could theoretically generate a lot
Bit
of target locks.
unnecessary, yeah.
So I mean, I think I don't know if you want to save Mandalorian for last, but
It's true. I never thought about that. His ability doesn't work like 1v1.
has to be 2.
Interesting.
Also doesn't work at range 0, so if you block him with Zori, I think Zori does it too hard here. Takes a target lock on the Mando because he's not going to turn around. And
No,
then,
you pick up the crate.
How do you pick up the crate? You target lock and then you K-turn.
I'm cashing.
Oh, no, you actually don't need the target lock. You're right, because you too hard pick up the crate, and if you shoot the Mandalorian, you get the free target lock anyway.
Exactly.
Don't say exactly like you. You knew what I was getting at. Anyway.
So I'm trying to talk to Bro Dameron about the VCX. You
about
could
VCX?
we were theory crafting Callus,
Probably the
Wedge,
best ghost right now.
and Luke.
Okay, here's the one straight from Mando we predicted. Well, now, because of Road, he can't pick up the crate if he didn't move first. Unless
That's
he
right.
wants to sit right in front of the Mandalorian, which seems bad.
You could.
I was thinking he was going to too hard, and then that leaves the 5K.
All right, here's the biggest question here. Hard, you YOLO over the rock?
No.
No.
Even though you have afterburners. This is why I didn't like the Talon roll. Do you barrel roll to the left, back? I think that gets you range 1. I think
Yeah,
you do.
actually, yeah. The boost isn't going to help you here.
No, I think you barrel roll. Because Rey's doing a 1 straight or 1 bank, and that definitely gets you range 1. It gets you almost a full range band closer to Rey.
True.
Oh, Chuck.
Chuck!
I mean, it might not be the worst thing in the world, but I think the barrel roll would have been better because it also freezes.
Well, see, I can see the logic of that if Ray can't shoot you.
If Ray does a one bank to the left, she can. If she doesn't like what she's seeing, she can boost to the right and then have a back arc shot on Tarok.
Try to boost past him. Yeah,
she has a back arc, and you don't trigger
Surprisingly.
Concordia face off on back arcs.
that's true.
I like the barrel roll better than the boost there, but I'm not playing the game. I'm out. So
Yeah, you are not good at
Eliminated.
X-Wing. Clearly terrible at X-Wing. Have not been
they need to buff Imperials so that I can be better at X-Wing. Make Vader defender like 8 points.
8 points, 3 talents this time.
No, 8 points, and then all I can take, and doesn't sound that good, is Grand Inquisitor, Soontir, Darth Vader. It's really not that good.
Oh, yeah. Defender Darth Vader.
While we're at it, let's reduce X1 Vader too. Give Soontir more loadout. He's the ace of legend, and he only has 15.
Well,
AMG, if you're listening.
yeah.
All right. So Zori probably bumps here and doesn't do anything. I wouldn't take the focus because you can't mod it. You're not getting shot at, and you want to free up your K turn.
Right.
When you shoot at the Mandalorian here, you get a target lock from Merciless Pursuit based
true.
on the child, and it looks like there's a really good K turn, 5K turn alley for a Proton Torpedo. Single modded. Pretty good, though.
Yeah, whatever. It'll still work.
It'll still work. It still averages a good amount of hits.
Yeah, if you
Damage
get
is
3
damage. Also, if you Proton Torpedo, you get the target lock back again with Merciless Pursuit.
non-stomp. Merciless Pursuit with the child is a steep penalty sometimes.
I'm still here for it, even though he's 7. I'm still here for it.
The funniest thing I saw was it on Magva Yarrow, where they could
wow.
only roll 1 dice anyways.
Yeah, I mean it's fire control system at that point.
Cool though, but
What did Ray do? The one straight. Did he? Did he arc dodge with Tarok? Did he just 12D chest us over here?
that's what I was saying. If Ray can't shoot
Are we bad commentators? Oh, he bumped his own ship, so 50% for damage.
well, that's what I was trying to say. That like if old T can't shoot Ray, Ray can't shoot old T.
No,
So
I mean, no, because it's a big base. Old T could theoretically shoot Ray.
oh yeah.
You can do the Top Gun thing, and
Oh yeah.
Inverted flight.
That's true. That's
Not
true.
the new Top Gun. I didn't spoil it for anybody. I'm sorry. I haven't seen it.
Well, we should all go.
We don't
watch
know if he does inverted flight.
I guarantee he does.
Why don't we just stream Top Gun on here? Split screen it like just left and right.
Yeah, can we? Yeah, I'm getting sick of Star Wars. Let's just do Top Gun X-Wing from now
That'd be
on.
awesome.
That would be
Can I
awesome.
fly the SR-71? That's my favorite ship ever.
Well, maybe.
That'd be pretty cool. All it does is outrun
Its loadout's terrible though.
Its loadout. Well, it's so fast it just outruns missiles. You fire a proton torpedo. Actually, I just slam out of there. Sorry.
It's the only ship with the 10 straight.
And slam. So you 10 straight off the board. It was cool, but
Get out of there.
give it Morales' ability too.
Jeez.
Just comes back. Stealth bomber could cloak. We could easily make Top Gun into
I've thought a lot about it
You
actually.
actually have?
That like a modern day.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, like a modern day.
Did she bump and rotate her arc? What? Wait a minute. What's happening? How did she rotate her arc? Chris.
Did she rotate her arc last turn? That doesn't make
No.
any sense.
Did she? Did he bump is the real question.
He must not have. I trust Chris.
I do. It's weird when we don't have table audio to tell what's going on, but we just like talk about Top Gun and we come back and like, wait, why don't we know what's going on?
Yeah, wait, how did she bump and rotate? Well, there wasn't a dice rolled, so I assume there wasn't a bump.
Well, yeah, true. Okay. We'll go with the assumption there wasn't a bump.
Of course.
He did the red rotate.
Of course,
because Ray's
A10
Millennium
Air
Falcon.
Knight would definitely play the modern jet X-Wing game. All right, so rolls the dice, cancels
Yeah,
it.
Tarok shot into Ray. She rolled the evade. Yeah. This is Mando's shot. He cannot use his ability because Zori's range 2, and he's not in the front arc of Ray. So he's debating whether to spend the force. I would just spend the force. You have another one. Why not?
Yeah,
Getting
it's
crits
fine.
into Ray seems good.
It's fine.
It'll hit the shield, but you want damage.
Yeah, this is a damage race. This is a heavyweight bout right now.
They're also tied. So,
Yeah.
you go. Also, if the crit drops Ray's crate.
Yes.
Yes!
Force it.
Do it. Okay. Is he going to spend the force? Yeah.
I mean, why
looks
wouldn't
like
you?
it. Yeah, you have it. Why not? So it takes 2, drops the crate. I'm wondering where he puts that crate, though. You could put it in a position where Turok can take it.
Yeah, because Mando is holding one.
If you put it somewhere where that stress token on Ray is, I mean, Turok can take it next turn, which isn't bad.
Yeah.
But there's also a crate all the way back there that we haven't paid attention to.
Ooh, range 0 from Zori here. Hit crit could pop off the Mendo's crate.
True, but regens force on the child. So,
There it
yeah,
is.
pops off the crate. These guys are shooting crates off each other.
I've played in those
they
games
have not
where
ejected Ray's crate yet, though. So Chris is,
I'm sure they're
yeah, there it is.
pointing at
Thanks,
it.
Chris.
Chris is there.
Chris is the best.
It might be this crate right here. Wait, no.
No, Chris just took care of it. So they're gonna. That's the middle crate that's never moved. That's Poe's crate right there. That's Bosk crate right there.
Okay.
That's the top
okay.
crate. So both Mando and Ray have ejected the crate. So no one has any crates anymore.
Okay, good. I have played those games where it's like I pick up a crate and you pick up a crate and then we shoot our crates off of each other and the next round we do the exact same thing, pick up a crate.
I told you I was playing Kyle yesterday in Salvage, and he only had a crate for 2 turns. I just kept shooting it off with Malice Vader. No bump skis. Oh, it's just a clip that he didn't bump.
An air had occurred. You're an air.
Very close, but no bump. So he rotated the arc. This is a Ray shot into someone.
Apparently the num was just on the inside of Zori.
Oh, nice. So he's got 2 focus results here. Spending the target lock to reroll one of them. Comes a hit and another hit. That's a huge shot into Turok. Oh, no. You hate to see it.
Yeah, great question actually. Why didn't he L3 that natural hit crit from Zori? Would have been a great opportunity to do it. But Chuck's losing track of his triggers though.
Engine. Why didn't he what?
He should L337 that hit crit from Zori.
You're not wrong.
Because now defenders can modify the attacker's dice at range 0, which I always thought they could, but it's clearly spelled out now that you can.
We just put Turok to 1.
Yeah.
Ouch. Damage engine too. That's bad.
That's not good.
He does have a clear 2 bank here. Honestly, I would dial in the 3 straight. Get some distance here, and you could capture. You could afterburners and get closer to Zori for her K turn. That is so obvious.
Yeah. If Ray's not oh yeah, Zori's definitely K turn. You got nothing else
Did he
to
remember
do.
to take a target lock? It's probably behind the Mandalorian, but did he remember to take one from Merciless Pursuit?
I do.
Is it a may or a must?
I think it's a May. Because I've seen people not take. Another funny thing is combining Ursa Ren with the child. So someone locks you, then you get a lock on them.
I mean, yeah.
Like, I'll take a force and a lock for you shooting me. Thank you. But yeah,
People are saying, yeah, there was no bump, guys. He barely cleared it. It doesn't look like it from the angle we're at. Did not bump and spent the red rotate with Ray's Millennium Falcon. So.
Yeah, we'll have to go to Stress Town if wants to fix that. Now, I forget what's the exact wording of the title.
If you have 2 or fewer stress tokens, you can do the red sloop and perform boosts and rotates even while stressed.
So you can sloop with 1 stress, then you'd have 2, and then you could rotate back.
So you could rotate back to the front and do, if he sloops.
Triple stressed.
If he sloops to Ray's left here towards us.
I would assume he would.
Yeah, I don't see
why
why
wouldn't
not.
he?
No. Chuck is first player. I see a focus there. So 1 straight Mando bump. It's kind of harder with Chuck being first player to tell where Zori's going to end up, but a 3 straight Afterburners boost and barrel roll focus, you could catch her.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
So 1 straight, he bumps, doesn't go anywhere. Is he going to red focus is the question. I think he should, just because he's going to have Mando ability active potentially.
Right. Well,
Depends on what range Rey ends up at.
Right. And he's running low on Child Force. I think he's only at 1 Child Force right now.
And he's firing first.
Yeah.
2 bank. Okay, so not the Afterburners. I think the 3 straight here, Afterburners boost, barrel roll would have gotten more distance from Rey.
Using resources, though, to do that.
I mean, you can't take it with you.
One halt.
Looking at it, he looks like he has both Afterburners left.
Yeah, it hasn't been linking, or it hasn't been utilized.
He hasn't used it, so why not, right? Game's almost over. They don't know there's 9 minutes left, but when else are you going to use Afterburners? So 2 banks and focuses. That's just going to be a big old cannon shot from Rey right there with the 3 sloop and turn arc.
Yeah, maybe he's worried Zori will just like hard 2 to the right.
Yep, we bumped Zori. But the Zori 5K is so obvious. Except he didn't.
Chris helping out, making sure that doesn't accidentally go on that rock.
Another stress from the sloop.
Yeah, just go with Stress Town.
It all depends on whether he remembered to get the target lock from the Merciless Pursuit.
Yeah. So many triggers.
There's a lot of triggers. That's the big thing.
Big shout out to Chuck. He did give the physical condition tokens out to his opponent, which I think you are required to because you only get 1 condition card. So to assign it to 2 ships, I think you have to use
the second stress or 3rd stress to rotate. He can do that. He can't do it anymore unless he starts clearing stress.
I mean 1 forward.
Or 1 bank, right? Isn't the 1 bank?
2 bank.
Wow, she did the 2 hard. So Mando ability not active this turn. Yeah, 2 bank. Okay, 2 banks open too. So Chuck has only done 1 to Zori and 2 to Rey. Took a big old chunk out of Turok there, which is why I think that,
the leave-in would be more
the maneuvers we
advantageous.
discussed last turn had, different options, right? Chuck has his own line of thinking, though, so he's here.
I do like this pile of crates in the middle of the board.
Yeah,
though,
no one has
caches.
anything. Anyway, let's see. So if you're Mando, who do you shoot at? I think you shoot at Rey.
Strip some of her force.
Strip some of her force, and you kind of want her to shoot at you while your Mando's fuller health. You don't want him to shoot at Turok.
True.
She's not going to take her target lock on you.
True, because if you can get her to rose on that defense, rose the fin is normally what I call it. Add the blanket, then rose it right away. And I could move the lock over to Mandalorian, try to draw some fire there.
Yeah, you were talking about a lot of triggers for. Okay, this is Mandalorian. Spend the focus. 3 hits into someone. Rey, obviously, it's 3 dice, not 4.
Yeah, these are 3 ship lists with huge loadout
We're going to see the
values.
heroic Rey here. It's going to be crazy. It's going to get 3 evades out of it. So out of the box, add the blink, heroic both of them.
Heroic! Man, so good.
And if you spend Rey's 1 force left.
Yeah, you have to.
You don't have to.
You should.
He wants to kill Turok, though.
I still think you should. This is a damage race game right now.
But you have the biggest gun on the board.
Oh, but you know what? Biggest factor here is 6 minutes left.
Half points don't matter, though.
Half points don't matter.
He didn't spend the force. So if he kills Turok,
Nope, he just
goes up bad on points.
Just took it. Mando has not popped his in card, but he's been stressed. And we have a sneaking suspicion it's overtuned modulators, which you can't use while stressed.
He has to reveal it in the system phase, if he remembers. Again, when with the game going lower ship count, so he just takes a target lock and raise it. Why didn't he spend the target lock?
So you add the blank and then you spend it
Spend
to
the blank. I was just wondering why you wouldn't. Like,
yeah, rosing the fin, where it just gives you free mods.
And he's dealing damage cards. That's a dead Turok right there.
Yeah.
Oof. All right. So now Chuck's only win condition is to kill Ray here.
Has a round to do it. Maybe 2 rounds.
2 rounds, maybe. There's fewer ships on the board.
That's going to be a tough ask.
It is a tough ask. She's really tanky when she wants to be. You just start spending force on defense instead. Mm-hmm. I think Chuck needs to get lucky with the... he can't K-turn here.
Does he? Yeah. He can't kill Zori? No, because Ulti's a 6-point ship.
Yeah, and Zori's 5.
Yeah.
Unless he kills Zori and picks up a crate for 2 turns. There's multiple win conditions. That's
you could one forward and pick up the crate and then kill Zori.
That's the interesting part about scenarios, right? Is that there's multiple ways to win.
An alternative win condition. Yeah. Exactly. That's
what I was thinking about in my game. Right. Is that like if you watched the previous game, I was like, if I don't get Ioned, I pick up a crate with Vader, I kill Thane, and then I have to kill Luke. It's a long shot, but there was a win condition that wasn't. Oh, he's just going to have to 2 or 3 crates a turn and auto win.
And that's to me. That's why I've always clamored for scenarios. A, they're normally fun, and B, they have an alternative win condition. You can't just be up on points and run with your ultra defensive ship. But I think in the previous rule set, it was not a alternative win condition. Combat was the alternative win condition. Yeah. And so seeing that change, I believe, is very helpful.
And I mean, I wouldn't have minded if we were just playing Dogfight in my top 4 game because I have the super tokeny Vader and the super token Inquisitor. But, I mean, that's not fun, for 7 straight years.
Yeah, how long you been playing? Wave 1, Wave 2?
2015. Around the time...
2 factions or 3 factions?
Robots had just come out. That's when I started.
Yeah.
And subsequently, auto thrusters had come out. It was like right before that, and I was like, "Here's some." And then,
I was born in the auto thrusters, raised by it. I didn't see a blank until I was but a man.
True. Yes. I forget what I was running on St. My brother, who used to play, doesn't play anymore, was like, "Here, try this new card and just sit at range 3." Sit behind a cloud, sit out of Han's arc.
No thanks. Let's not go back to auto thrusters, palp, evade token, and then I'll shoot at your Miranda. I was like, cool, C-3PO, evade, and then I'll get a shield back as well. And
the arms race of me getting Krennic, so I could just automatically strip the shield, 0 regenning.
Yeah, jeez. That arms race of I do more automatic things than you do.
Yeah, so
I'm glad we've gone past that.
We've evolved as humans.
We embrace the random now.
Yeah. So anyway, back to like both of these guys running 3 ship lists. As we've talked about, there's a lot of triggers that both of them have to pay attention to. Looks like Kyle's first player this turn.
Yep, move it over. Thank you.
So I like how it's like very tiny right there, perfectly positioned.
I'm telling you, man, we got this all set up.
Big budget.
I know. We spent a lot of time. If you notice, I could do that manually, but I'm
making a game of positioning.
Yeah, I'm making the players do it out of my own sanity, basically.
He's taking Ray in here for the bump, clear some stress. Wants Chuck with his final turn. He's not going to kill Ray, so it looks like Kyle moves on. But if we hurry up, which I doubt, we could get 2 turns in here. But 2 turns to kill Ray.
Well, if there's no shots, right? Like if somehow
0 shots, and he can spend the force on it. No, he can't. Sorry. We can go. Reverse.
Yeah, thank goodness. No more force range 0.
I think that's what scared people off Jedi this weekend. The only Republic list had 0 Jedi in it. I still think Jedi are good.
It's a rubber band effect. Every points update, right? Anything that goes up in points or loses slots or is considered worse is unplayable.
Yeah, right? But I mean, we discussed that earlier. Things going from S+ tier, completely absurd, walk over your opponent, to A tier. People assume because it got worse, it's unplayable. Instead of it's actually fair now. You might lose a game. I'm sorry.
All right, so we do see the range 0 bump, which means we're going to have to see.
What kind of maneuver did he do? I'm assuming it wasn't a blue.
He only put down like a 3 straight, so I assume it's only a 1 forward.
So he's bumping red focusing. Oh, I don't like that.
This is the last round.
No. Oh, it is. Hurry up and roll. Just roll.
Just throws the dice.
I would have.
We're 30 seconds behind
Yes.
anyways, if I remember correctly. So it's already been time.
Okay.
Would have needed about 3 natural hits, or at least 2,
If it
2
wasn't the
natural
last turn,
crits.
I wouldn't have read focus, so you have the 5K open next turn. But Ray also gets out of there.
Yep.
So
This is Ray shooting first. Mando
takes a crit.
keeps the... He had a shield, so he keeps the crit on the shield, is what he
Yeah,
had
but you
to
spent
do.
the force to do it, and you regen a force.
Exactly right.
Or you spent the focus. Why not? Yeah. Either one.
Either way, we're going to see Chuck here. A miracle double crit that somehow...
Triple crit. Can he,
Hull breach, fuel leak, and then direct.
he didn't do it.
No. Turns out he did not do it.
F in the chat, everybody.
All right, we'll wait for the...
Why can't I one-shot a Ray from 7 with Mando? It's nothing like the movies.
Not the movies. Ray's going to heroic it for 2 more blanks. Spends the force for fun. You can't keep heroicing.
No, I mean, was that the heroic?
That was the rolled a blank, added the fin, heroic dumb, and then spent the force. And we have the handshake there. Kyle Fuller moves on, beating out Chuck Stocky here. Yes. We'll see him in the finals of the Richmond Open.
Thank you to ISO, Danko, Baffle, Trojan, Prophet, Shadow, Tycho, Spice, Raider, Lancer, Fallen, Row 6, 626, Chief, and J List, our Grand Admiral patrons. And all of our Gold Squadron patrons and community members, thank you for your support. Gold Squadron out.